I want to sit and reflect on my life one last time. Pray for forgiveness before I make the final jump. Thank you for showing me the way. I turn to the older man who is looking at me with kind eyes. You must go on. But Krishna doesn't go. He plops on the ground. He asks me to sit down next to him. Look, Arjuna, I don't know your story, he says patiently. I don't know where you come from and why you want to end your life. But I can tell you one thing. Whatever stories you are carrying with you, there is a better way of looking at them. The decisions that you make in your darkest moments are almost always wrong. This stranger, his voice is compassionate. His eyes are gentle. On this cold evening filled with darkness inside and out, this man comes to me like a ray of light. I cannot tell you what you should or should not be doing. You probably have a million reasons to have come to this point in your life. But life sends people into our lives to remind us that there is hope. I am sure there are alternate points of view to your suffering. I know that even the darkest clouds will lift and the sun will shine through in time. There is too much pain, I reply. I have done terrible things with my life, hurt people, the ones that loved me the most. Again and again and again, I have made choices that have placed me and others in pain. I am seeking release not only from this life, but also from more lifetimes of this suffering. Krishna is silent for a while. Do you want to know a secret about Bhairav Jump? There is nothing miraculous about this place. This rock on which you stand is a rock. It is a part of the mountain like that rock over there and this one over here. Every bit of the mountain is a miracle in its own right, but not in a way that it will break you away from cycles of rebirth and suffering. He chucks a tiny pebble into the chasm from where he is sitting and continues. Listen, Arjuna. I do not know if there is life after this body dies. I cannot talk about places I have never been to. All I know is that I am here, now, in this moment, talking to you, a stranger to me until this afternoon, hoping you won't jump off this mountain. The one thing you cannot do is go back to the past and undo what you have already done. You say you have made bad choices. Why add one more to it? I had no other thought except suicide in my mind when I took the journey from Varanasi to here. There is something about this man, his voice and his presence, that is shaking me out of my stupor. Arjuna, I live alone in the mountains. What I missed during the long, cold winter days is a good story. Come with me to my cave. It is not far from here. Tell me your story. I will listen, and perhaps I can share something that you will find useful. And if, in the end, you still need to seek out the path of absolution in the way you have chosen now, Bhairav Jump is not too far away. Miracles are when the heart moves and the mind cannot comprehend. Krishna, I realize, is a miracle maker. We sit silently on the ledge while the sun begins to set. But what about the food and clothing? I wonder out loud. I do not have anything. I could go back down the way I came. Krishna shakes his head. He does not seem as surprised as I am about the speed with which my heart is shifting. There are many paths you will see on your way, Arjuna. None of them were placed in front of you by accident. I believe you and I are here having this conversation for a reason. I can sense that the universe has placed us here in this moment because we need each other. And don't worry about the logistics. We will find a way. He gets up, smiles at me, and loads the bundle on his back. Come, he tells me gently. As uncertain as I am about putting off my goal for another day, I get up and begin to follow him. I feel safe, as I would have in my mother's presence. I have not felt this way in a long time. Just a little bit further and we will be home. You know, we can dread the adventure and make misery of it, or we can embrace the adventure and live to tell a tale. Let's make this a winter of tales, Arjuna.